Yo, what is good, family? Hope you all are having an amazing day. In today's video, we're gonna break down a super interesting setup we had this morning in the London Open with Bitcoin. Honestly, the first setup I have this fast in all the time I've been trading this strategy. I will say in a 1,000 trades of sample size, this is the first trade that I have this fast. So just get ready for this because you're gonna see how interesting it is when you literally follow the strategy the same way every single day. So first of all, let's go for 9 a.m. Let's go over the London Open and let's break it down. It's literally the same thought process as every single day. Alright, first question, where are we coming from? We have a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Alright, that's literally how this is being built. Once we have cleared the structure, we understand also the fact that we did a bullish break off the structure. Market breaks to the upside, creating a low, high, higher low, higher high. Nice. So now our only job is to detect the last high and detect the last low. The last high is a higher high, therefore we will be looking for a bullish rule of the third impulse. Do we have a second pullback? No, we have one impulse, one pullback, two impulses, just one pullback. We don't have a second pullback. Therefore, we need to wait for a second pullback. This means that we are on the 8:55 candle. We need to see the candle from 9 a.m. closing. So at 9:05, we will be looking for potential buys, for potential longs. So for now, we don't have any setups for longs. We should wait for 9:05 to see how the first candle of the London session closed and see if one of those two happened. Either a bullish candle that is not breaking previous candle's high, or a bearish candle that is not breaking the previous higher low. Right, those two options, one of those two are the most important ones. Any of those two will be valid, but we need to wait for 9:05. Now the next thing is the bearish idea, which is this low. This is a higher low, therefore it's a break of a structure. The only thing we need for this to be valid is that the same candle that makes the high is not the same candle that makes the BOS. That's the only thing. Alright, so in this case, we're gonna go straight to the 1 minute, so you guys can can see this with me. Basically, this candle is 8:59. Basically, the candle right before the London Open, which is the candle that really makes the higher high. Okay, so let's put this circle right here. Now, the first candle of the 1 minute in the London Open is this bearish candle. For the longs, remember that we need to wait for 9:05. We are not at 9:05. Therefore, the longs are not valid yet. Now, for the shorts, the only thing we need, remember, is that the candle that makes the high is not making the BOS. The candle that makes the high is this. So this bearish candle, as long as is not surpassing the higher high, we're good. The bearish BOS is valid, and you can set up the bearish sell stop. In this case, look at this. This very next candle, 902 candle, boom, melts all the way to the downside. How interesting is this? One candle moves literally 300 and plus pips, hitting the entry, exit 1, exit 2, without red folders, without crazy volatility kicking in, just pure crypto volatility. No USD influence, literally nothing, just Bitcoin volatility at the London Open. How interesting is that? So yeah, the trade was open just for a few seconds. If you are executing manually, you don't have time to do this because it was really super fast. I was not even able to record this on the session because it was so fast. I didn't even have time to send this on the app, right? It was extremely fast. So you have to play with pending orders. Remember, always pending orders. If you see in this channel, I always talk about buy stops and sell stops. If you go by market execution right here, you don't have time. So you have to play ahead on the game and put your sell stops and buy stops always, as soon as possible. As soon as the idea is valid, you set it up. As soon as you see that this candle is not surpassing previous high, you set it up. If then makes a high, then you remove it, set again. But you have to play ahead on the game. If not, you're out, literally. Alright guys, so with that being said, that's literally everything. I mean, there is nothing else. The setup is literally the same as all the rest of the setups. This was just extremely fast. So the lesson for this setup for you is to always play with sell stops and buy stops. Always play with pending orders, not with market executions. With this being said, remember that on the description of the video there is the link to my Instagram. You can talk to my DMs, ask about available spots on the private group of students. You will have access to the private strategy and the 0 to 100 step by step. You will have access to the live analysis sessions that we do from Monday to Friday, hosted by me, and also the private app with all the market ideas on crypto, forex, and the rest of the markets that we trade. With this being said, family, see you on the next videos. Let's get it.